Association Rental Program. Important facts you must know. Rents paid to Oceanwalk Mall are approximately $42,000 per month for all space rented by the association to create a new rental program. The association has timeshare weeks in their program that have been foreclosed upon. The association has condo units in their program that have been foreclosed upon. Total timeshare weeks are unknown, but there are 36 timeshare units. Foreclosed condo units, there are approximately 2. This means the rent cost per unit is $1,105.26 per month, an amount that must be earned per unit just to break even and pay the rent. Nobody really knows what the operational costs are, but just to break even, you have to make over $1,000 a month just to pay the rent. The rent costs paid by the association program becomes monthly $42,000 per month. Annual rent paid by the new association program is roughly $504,000 a year. The startup of the program had 38 units, and this equates to approximately $13,263 per unit. SG Resorts Hotel Program, on the other hand, the owners do not pay rents. None of this is paid by the owner. It's very important that you read the association's contract, the cost you must pay when you join their rental program. Other hidden costs you pay on the association program. Read the contract that they sent you and don't be tricked. Jekic announced owners will share operating costs and will enjoy the profits after paying their proportionate share of the hotel expenses. He failed to mention what happens when expenses are not made. You pay as an individual unit owner, and as an owner of the new association rental program, you can end up paying twice and profit only after the operational expenses are covered. Read Section 6 of the rental contract provided to you by the board, Mr. Jekic. Unit owner costs are defined in Section 6. Costs of the rental program are defined in Section 7. Read the association's contract. It's imperative. Your costs are there to see, but tricky to understand. Deductions on the association rental program that you must pay. Management fee, top and bottom line. Cost of housekeeping. Any amounts owing by unit owner to hotel. Amounts required to pay into FF&E reserve. Assessments to the association owed by the unit owner. Cost of housekeeping. SG Resorts pays this, not you, on the real hotel program. Management fee, top and bottom line, does not exist with SG Resorts. Amounts required to pay into FF&E reserve. SG Resorts pays this, not you. Distribution of rents on the association program. This is defined in their contract, and again, you need to read the association's contract. You need to understand the cost you must pay when you join. Some of them are tricky to see and not so easily understood. The management fee of 2.5% off the top gross revenue. The management fee goes right off the top. There's a second management fee of 2.5% off the bottom line revenue. The key here, the operating expenses. You're going to have to pay all of the operating expenses of the hotel. There's a new FF&E reserve that you must pay, and other amounts as defined in Section 8 of their contract. In their example in the contract, They illustrated 40% expenses would mean that 40% of your rents would pay those expenses. This is defined in section 5.13. However, the 40% example is not really a very good example, and I can tell you this based on operating a hotel for over 30 years. SG Resorts pays all management and operational expenses compared to what's being presented as an association's new rental program. What the association expects you to pay, SG Resorts pays for you. SG Resorts pays the FF&E reserve. There is none. You don't have to pay that in the SG Resorts program. A percentage of monthly expenses. SG Resorts is simple, fixed deductions. You know exactly what you must pay, and you know exactly what will be deducted every month. Distribution of rents on the association program. There's a section that you need to read, and it outlines what is deducted. And again, you must pay attention and understand before you sign and join something you may regret. A management fee of 2.5% right off the top. You pay all the operating expenses. You pay the FF&E reserve. Other amounts from Section 8. Section 8, in the old days, they would said, this guy's Section 8, he's crazy. Well, you'd have to be crazy to sign this after reading their Section 8 in the contract. Remember, the management fee does not exist with SG Resorts. Paying the operational expenses does not exist with SG Resorts. The FF&E reserve does not exist with SG Resorts. The Section 8 does not exist with SG Resorts. Your expenses with SG Resorts, they're fixed, they're easy to understand, and you get paid right off the top, not off the bottom line and the imaginary profits that are projections. The examples that they reflect with a 40% expense factor outlined in their section 5.13 does not reflect real-world expenses and totally ignores the slow summer season. Condo Association Rental Program, monthly expenses you must pay. Read the association's contract. I'm telling you this over and over again. The problem is that you do not know what you will be paying each month, and this is the major problem with their contract. You do not know what you're going to pay, and when business is slow, you will be forced to come out of pocket to cover the hotel operational shortages. This simply does not exist with SG Resorts. You know what you pay. There's a linen cost, there's a maintenance plan, and there's a combined travel agent and credit card expenses. Best of all with SG Resorts, you get paid right off the top, and you pay no operational expenses. The Condo Association Rental Program sounds too good to be true, but don't be fooled. Read the association's contract. If the association expenses are 40% in 1 month, as illustrated in their contract, 40% of your rents are taken. If the association expenses are 80%, this means 80% of your rents are taken. In the summer, or when expenses exceed revenue, believe me, you will come out of pocket. Read Section 8 Authorized Deductions, specifically Item C. It states, any other amounts owing by unit owner to the hotel under this agreement. They're going to deduct any other amounts, and this is the operational shortages. Your lawyer will tell you this. SG Resorts, you get a guaranteed rental revenue and you have fixed expenses. There is no comparison between the two. The Condo Association rental program sounds too good to be true. In the summer, or when expenses exceed revenue, you come out of pocket. This will be a fact. The contract they presented you with is misleading and vague. It defines expenses as etc., etc. No attorney in their right mind would allow their client to sign a contract with expenses defined as etc., etc. This means you can end up paying for everything under the sun. Read Section 8, Authorized Deductions, Item C. Any other amounts owing by the unit owner to the hotel under this agreement. The most powerful sentence in their entire contract. SG Resorts, by comparison, you get paid right off the top line. Your expenses are known, upfront, and fixed. You enjoy hassle-free maintenance at a fixed cost. You pay 4.5% total for credit card costs and travel agent commissions, when in reality some travel agents make as much as 10 to 20% commission. You're capped at a 4.5% charge. It is important you know the difference. The Condo Association does not have any financial backing. When they come up short and they need money for expenses, you're going to be assessed. SG Resorts, on the other hand, has financial backing and shares expenses with 3 other hotels in South Florida. It's been doing this for the last 15 years. In addition, it allows SG Resorts the ability to market on a global basis at a fraction of the cost that a startup or the association's program could possibly do or compete with. SG Resorts should be the rental program of your choice.